Last week here on Thursday Night Thunder, it came down to Excaliber taking on Monster Mutt in the finals. However, Monster Mutt with a bobble up there in no man's land across the last set of cars, doing a wheel stand, costed him the victory, giving Johnny Retlaw a second Thursday Night Thunder championship. Is Excaliber going to hold on to the flag tonight? We find out next.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the fifth and final week here in the June season of Thursday Night Thunder, and we have got an all-star lineup for you here tonight. These drivers are battling it out in the overall points chase, and they are going for it all here in the fifth week of the June season. If you're new here, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and crush that subscribe button, because we're about to let 16 of MTA's baddest monster trucks cut loose in the dirt for the final week of the June season. There you see Rich Wagner and Wildhair took home a championship win earlier this season, and so is Midnight Rider. Now the guys are all shooting for the Excaliber Chevrolet here tonight. Johnny Retlaw and the team are looking to hold on to that checkered flag going into the July season. Now we're going to jump over to round one action here on Thunder, week 5 of the June season. And looking at our round one matchup, up first we're going to have Air Force taking on Monster Mutt Husky. Avenger will take on Black Stallion. Then Monster Patrol will take on Wildhair, followed by Gravedigger taking on Midnight Rider to round out the first half of round one. We'll get back to as to why Monster Patrol is in the race here tonight to close out the June season later on in the show. But up first, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, 6-time Thunder champion, bringing the Air Force to the line, now set to take on the 2020 Summer Heat Shootout champion, Matthew Riley, Monster Mutt Husky. Again, this is the last week of the June season. These guys are willing to risk it all to become champion here tonight. Who's going on to round two? Will it be Jeffrey Skipper in the Air Force, or is it going to be Matthew Riley, Monster Mutt Husky? Boat truck stage. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. They're dead even up through no man's land, and Riley gets the win. Skipper turns it over here in round one. Matthew Riley brings Monster Mutt Husky back for round two action here in week 5 of the June season. A tough break for Air Force there. And next up, we have got Joey Andrews representing K&J Motorsports for the last time. Black Stallion out of Hagerstown, Maryland, now set to take on Cam Blank in the 1957 Chevy Bel Air, better known as Avenger out of Columbus, Michigan. The truck hasn't been doing too well all season long. Maybe it could be rookie error. We aren't 100% sure, but we know he's going to be back on the Thunder Series later on this year. It's going to be Avenger taking on Black Stallion here in round one action. Ford versus Chevrolet. Who's going to round two? Down the straight stretch to go. Avenger's pulling a lead on a Black Stallion coming from behind. And Joey Andrews putting the hammer down in no man's land. The Black Stallion Ford gets the win over the 1957 Chevy Bel Air. Avenger here in round one. A tough break there, but nonetheless, Black Stallion does move on. And now next up here in round one, 12-time Thunder champion Rich Wagner and the Wildhair Chevrolet, now set to take on Jalen Buford, piloting a team truck in Monster Patrol, and here's why. Last week on Thunder, Jalen Buford taking on Charlie Stevens there in the second round, launched the truck up there through no man's land, got crossed up, rocked up and rolled the truck over, and the team unable to get USA 1 back in action. As you saw, Monster Patrol showed up at the high jump competition last Sunday, and now it's Jalen Buford taking over the duties of Monster Patrol. And luckily enough, he's in a team truck out here for the overall points chase. He's going to get points just for appearing here in round one, but he's going to get more if he defeats Rich Wagner and Wildhair over in the far lane. Battle of the bow tie down the straight stretch. Now they're hanging door handle to door handle up and over the cars. Rich Wagner's in trouble, turns it over. He did get the win over Monster Patrol, but however, Rich Wagner has rolled the truck over. Jalen Buford will be on the trailer early here tonight. Let's go down and take another look at what happened to the Wildhair Chevrolet in the far lane. Right here off the jump, you see him basically even down that straight stretch, but watch right here. Wildhair gets a little crossed up on that last set of cars. Wagner's in trouble. He tried to drive out of it and turn the truck over, and now our MTA track crew and officials are down there making sure he's all right, getting him out of the truck, and they're going to roll the Wildhair Chevrolet back up on all 4 tires. You see the crew down there. They've got him hooked up as they get ready to turn Wildhair back over. Hopefully he hasn't hurt the truck too bad, and it looks like the right front tire, there you see it, has come off the truck. the crew has got some thrashing to do to bring Wild Hair back to round 2 competition. But in the event next up in round 1, Justin Lamb got his first Thunder Championship earlier this season. Now set to take on Mike Canzoneri at a Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Gravedigger now staged over here in the far lane. Midnight Rider and Justin Lamb have a great piece of equipment up underneath of them. We saw it earlier this season, taking the truck to a championship victory. But Mike Canzoneri and Gravedigger has got the truck dialed in. It's going to be one heck of a race down the straight stretch to go. Slightly the Midnight Rider up and over the cars, and Rider turns it over. Canzoneri and Gravedigger picking up the win here in round 1. Justin Lamb tried to drive out of it up on 2 wheels, rolled the truck over, and giving all the winnings to the Gravedigger in the far lane. We'll see him back here in round 2. Tough break for Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider. However, next up in round 1, it's going to be the unknown driver in the High Roller Ford, now set to take on Aaron Church, Bakugan Dragonoid, and I have to say, such a beautiful piece of equipment he's got out here. But he's been struggling a little bit all June season long. Hopefully the crew has got the truck running better than ever here tonight to close out the June season. He's set to take on the unknown driver in High Roller. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Slight lead going to High Roller. Dragonoid coming back. High Roller in trouble. Gets it on 2 wheels and rolled it over there going across the finish line. Aaron Church and Dragonoid hanging right there with him. We're going down to an MTA photo finish to try and figure out who won the race. And your winner's going to be Aaron Church and Dragonoid by merely inches over the High Roller Ford here in round 1. Now next up in round 1, the Cowboy from Hell, Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter, former 4-time Thunder champion, the Mouth of the South, staging at the starting line against last week's finalists, Nathan Smith and Monster Mutt. The crew worked on that truck so hard last week trying to get it all back together to reappear here in week 5 of the June season after last week's finalist rollover. Now draws up against Bounty Hunter. Round 1 action down the straight stretch they go. They're hanging even. Up and over no man's land. Monster Mutt turns it over. And Cantwell will get the win in Bounty Hunter over Nathan Smith and Monster Mutt. And Nathan Smith was hanging right there with the old Bounty Hunter all the way through and through over that last set of cars. And we're going back to figure out what happened. Right here off the line, both trucks cut a great light down the straight stretch they go. Both of them approaching the first jump at the same time. Near lane, Nathan Smith, Monster Mutt noses over. He's trying to gather it up, gets caught up in the tacky dirt and rocked up and rolled over, giving the win to Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter. He's on to round 2 action. Nathan Smith's going home on the trailer. And now the MTA track crew and officials down there getting ready to roll Monster Mutt back over. And you guys have to understand, after 5 weeks of racing hard, these trucks are taking a beating. There you see the body coming apart there on Monster Mutt. Nathan Smith and the crew will have it back together. Hopefully we'll see him back for the July season, and hopefully he'll be better than ever. Tough break for Monster Mutt out here tonight. But moving on with round 1 action, we have got the June rookie sensation, Rudy Zilligy and Rage. He has been a thorn in everybody's side. Now set to take on Charlie Stevens. The May season rookie sensation got his first Thunder championship last month, looking to do it again here tonight in the old Blue Thunder. However, Rudy Zilligy and Rage, he made it all the way to the finals at the Wild Card event this past weekend. He has got a message to prove out here to these drivers. Both trucks stage forward, the Chevrolet down the straight stretch they go. Rage with a slight lead, Charlie Stevens coming back on him, and Blue Thunder will get the win over Rudy Zilligy and Rage. We'll see the old Blue Thunder Ford back in round 2. Rage is on the trailer, and this could shake up the points by a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Thunder now going into round 2, but now it's time to defend the championship. Johnny Retlaw and Excaliber, now a 2-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, taking on a man who should have won the championship a long time ago, but it has eluded him. Jamie Hurd in the Iron Outlaw Ford out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, looking to knock off the champion early here in round 1. What's he got for the Chevrolet and Excaliber in the near lane? Both trucks stage. Here's the green light to close down round 1. Excaliber with the lead up and over the cars, and Hurd come back on him. Jamie Hurd will knock off the champion in round 1. Retlaw and Excaliber on the trailer. So we will crown a new champion here tonight to close out the June season. Iron Outlaw will be back for round 2 competition. And ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up round 1 here on Thunder. We have got round 2 coming up next, and you don't want to miss the great racing action. We have got to come because the points are getting shaken up here tonight. It's only a matter of who's going to be on top by the end of the show tonight. We'll be right back after the break. What's going on, MTA fans? If you're looking to get in on the action right here on the MTA YouTube channel, look no further. I'm about to tell you guys just how you can sign up to get in one of these races. Head over to the link in our description, and that's going to take you right over to our Facebook page where we hold registration for all of the MTA events. And hey, while you're there, crush that subscribe button. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you stay up to date with everything that MTA is doing. From new custom truck builds to special events and giveaways, you don't want to miss any of the great action MTA has to offer. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll catch you guys down the road. Back here now on Thunder to close out the June season. We're heading down to the pits. There you see the Wild Hair Chevrolet. Their crew has been thrashing while the other trucks were racing. They seem to have gotten it all back together. They're going to get the right front tire back on the truck, and over to my left, you see the Monster Mutt crew tiring down, getting ready to load up what's left of Monster Mutt into the hauler. Hopefully we'll see them back for the July season on Thunder. But now the story is Rich Wagner and Wild Hair going to make the call for round two. We're going to find out in just a few minutes, because right now we're kicking off round two on Thunder and looking at our brackets. Up first, we're going to see Monster Mutt Husky take on Black Stallion. If Rich Wagner and Wild Hair makes the call, he will draw against Gravedigger. Then we see Dragonoid take on Bounty Hunter, followed by Blue Thunder taking on the Iron Outlaw. The story revolving around Rich Wagner and Wild Hair. Hopefully he'll make the call. If not, Monster Patrol will come back. And up first, Matthew Riley and Monster Mutt Husky had a strong performance there in round one, looking to do good here in round two. He takes on Joey Andrews out of Hagerstown, Maryland. The Black Stallion Ford reigns supreme there in round one. This one is a matchup worth the price of admission. Remember, kids, you buy the whole seat, but you only need the edge. Monster Mutt Husky taking on Black Stallion. Who's going to semis? Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. They're pretty even, up and over no man's land, and Andrews goes over. Hard crash for Black Stallion. And Matthew Riley and Monster Mutt Husky get the round two win. We are going to go back down to an MTA replay, try to figure out what happened to Joey Andrews and Black Stallion there. But nonetheless, Monster Mutt Husky is your winner. Going back down to the replay now. Right here off the line, you see Joey Andrews kind of treat him a little bit off the green light, trying to hold a little bit of a lead, but Matthew Riley wasn't cutting him any slack. A nose over there out of the left lane yet again, flipping the Black Stallion end over end, a little corkscrew action, and Black Stallion's on the trailer early here tonight in round two. A tough break for a man who was going for it all here to close out the June season. MTA track crew and officials down there rolling him back over, snapped off the left rear tire, a little bit of body damage. Hopefully the K&J race team can get him back together for the July season. Now next up, Rich Wagner and team have got the truck back together. We were kind of worried there a little bit. He draws up against the Gravedigger out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Mike Canzoneri looked strong there in round one action. He didn't turn it over like Wagner did there in round one. We're going to see what the old Chevrolet in the far lane's got for the Chevrolet in the near lane. Who's going on to semifinals? Is Wagner on his way to championship number 13? Who knows? Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Gravedigger and Wild Hair up and over the cars, and Gravedigger gets the win. Wagner goes off to the right-hand side over the Jersey wall into the wall protection, but Mike Canzoneri and Gravedigger is your round two winner here on Thunder. And next up here in round two, we have got none other than the Mouth of the South. Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter now draws up against Aaron Church and Dragonoid, who wants a championship win so bad here on Thunder in that brand new Dragonoid, which debuted just a couple of months ago. However, Cantwell representing Outlaw Motorsports for the last time, and Bounty Hunter, he's looking for championship number 5. Who's it going to be here in round two? Bounty Hunter and Dragonoid. Both trucks off to a good start down the straight stretch. They go up and over the cars. Bounty Hunter's in trouble and turns it over there, going across the line. And who knows who got the win? Aaron Church hanging right there with Cantwell and Bounty Hunter going down to the photo finish. Your winner, Aaron Church, by merely inches yet again, and Dragonoid gets by Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter. And now to close out round two action, Charlie Stevens bringing back Blue Thunder, now set to take on the man that knocked off the champion earlier tonight, Jamie Hurd and Iron Outlaw out of Toggenazie, Kansas. He is ready to go in the far lane, but Charlie Stevens looking for victory number 2 out here on Thunder in the Blue Thunder Ford. Who's going on to semifinal competition? Here's the green light now down the straight stretch together, hanging even. Blue Thunder starting to pull a little bit and gets the win. Something went wrong with Iron Outlaw there in no man's land. A tough break for Jamie Hurd yet again. And Blue Thunder will be your winner here in round 2. We'll see him back in semifinal competition. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that coming up at the end of July, July 30th to be exact, right here on the MTA YouTube channel, the All-American Throwdown comes back for its third annual event. 32 of MTA's best trucks all competing for the All-American Throwdown Championship, an event you don't want to miss right here on the channel July 30th. 2022. Now, back here with semifinal action on Thursday Night Thunder to close the June season once and for all, and one of these four drivers is walking out of here as the champion to go into the July season. Monster Mutt Husky takes on Gravedigger. Then we see Dragonoid take on Blue Thunder. Who's going on to the finals in week 5 of the June season? Matthew Riley, Monster Mutt Husky coming to the line, ready to take on Mike Canzoneri and the Gravedigger. Both these drivers have been consistent and bad fast all night long. The question is, who's going to the finals? Will it be the Gravedigger or will it be Monster Mutt Husky? Only time will tell, because in a few seconds, these trucks are about to go loose on green. Who's going to the finals? Both trucks stayed. Here's the green light down the straight stretch. They go. They're even up and over the cars here, and what a race it is across the finish line. Both drivers letting it all hang out. Gravedigger and Monster Mutt Husky in the semifinal round. But who got the victory? Canzoneri and Gravedigger or Riley and Husky? Going down to the photo finish, your winner is Mike Canzoneri and Gravedigger by about half a truck. He is in the finals in week 5 of the June season. Here on Thunder, the question remains, who does he meet there? Is it going to be Charlie Stevens and the Blue Thunder Ford scoping out championship number 2? Or is it going to be Darren Church and Dragonoid looking for his second Thunder championship as well? Looks like the team has Dragonoid firing on all cylinders here in week 5 of the June season. However, Charlie Stevens won the last week of the May season in Blue Thunder. Who meets Gravedigger in the finals? We're about to find out. Here's the green light down the straight stretch. They go. They're even up and over no man's land, and Dragonoid gets the win. Charlie Stevens rolls it over there, coming off of no man's land over that last set of cars. Blue Thunder's on the trailer, and Dragonoid's in the finals. We'll see him pair off against Mike Canzoneri in the Gravedigger. A tough break there for Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder as we go back to the MTA replay right here off the line, up and over the cars. Lost it there in no man's land. Looked like he clipped the van stack there for Blue Thunder. A tough break for him, like I said before. He was on a mission here tonight, but now Aaron Church and Dragonoid is in the finals to take on Mike Canzoneri and Gravedigger. Neither of these drivers have made it to the finals all June season long, and tonight, one of them will reign supreme here to close out week 5 of the June season. Who will it be? Is it going to be Dragonoid or is it going to be the Gravedigger? The winner here tonight will carry the checkered flag into the July season of Thunder. Will it be the Gravedigger or is it going to be Dragonoid? We're about to find out as we close out week 5 of the June season. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Gravedigger and Dragonoid. Here's the green light down the straight stretch. They're hanging even through no man's land. Dragonoid in trouble, and Gravedigger gets the win. Canzoneri gets his first Thursday Night Thunder championship, driving the Gravedigger. Trouble for Aaron Church and Dragonoid out of no man's land. And a hard break to say the least. Not sure what happened to Dragonoid as we go down to the MTA replay. You see both trucks coming off the line hard. They are hanging even down that straight stretch. But watch right here as they approach the first jump. Something goes wrong with Dragonoid. Hits no man's land and hooked to the right. Just looked like a bad rebound on the rear shocks on Dragonoid. Nonetheless, Gravedigger is your winner, and ladies and gentlemen, please help me in congratulating Mike Canzoneri and Gravedigger on your first Thursday Night Thunder championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we jump over to the overall point standings to close out week 5 of the June season, Monster Mutt Husky, Iron Outlaw, High Roller, and Avenger round out the lower half of the bracket to close out week 5 of the June season. Over at the top half of the bracket, Gravedigger is your overall points champion for the June season, beating out the man who led the points chase all season long, Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter, with 205. Rounding off your top 5 is Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider, Johnny Retlaw and Excaliber, and Charlie Stevens in 5th place in the Blue Thunder with 195 points. Give it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for your new checker flag holder, first-time Thunder champion, and the overall points champion for the June season, Mike Canzoneri and Gravedigger. And that'll wrap up the June season right here on Thursday Night Thunder. Thank you all for coming out and watching these races with us all season long. We hope you enjoyed yourselves and enjoyed the MTA YouTube channel. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. 'Cause it's about